want this? You want this money? You want this dirty money? You want this dirty money? There's Alton, not here. You're gonna destroy our land. You're gonna destroy it. This one is part of destroying our land. This one's responsible. This one's also responsible. Money is... Our water is more important. Our land is more important. It's because of that. Our ground, our land lasts longer than this. That's nothing. That's poison. Poison everybody. Because of that money. It's not even real. What I'm right here is real. This is real. You're real. Our kids are real. Our children are real. That's real. That's not real. That's not going to last long. That'll be gone just like that. What you guys doing to earth, our land, our water, our air, that's wrong. Because of the money. See how fast I got rid of that? Look around. Our Mother Earth is here for a long time. Billions of years. The money is starting low. Trouble, wars, guns, machines. In Sacredness. We've been here for, 4 years going on here. We built the truck house. We built a straw bale house. That was made out of straws and clay all around here. A lot of people came by and built this. A lot of allies, a lot of youths, a lot of kids. They have no right to do this to people. They have no right to do that to the animals, the birds, our medicine. They have no right to do that to our mother. It has to stop. What else are you guys going to leave for your children and grandchildren? What you going to leave them? Dirt and oil? Poison their water? That's what you guys going to leave them. They won't hear all these stories. They won't see the animals and all that. Because you guys killed them all. They won't see the green grass. Because it will be full of pavement. Because you guys killed the ground. They won't see the trees and all that cleans our air. Because you guys killed them. They won't see the eagles flying high. Because you killed them. You won't see the fish. The fresh fish. Because you killed them. Everything you look around, you won't see it. Be a responsible government. Be a good government. It's enough. It's enough.
Hello, my name is Thunderbird Swooping Down Woman. My colonial name is Darlene Gilbert. I come from Annapolis Valley First Nations band in Mi'kmaq. My family clan name is Tony. I came to the Shubenacadie River to help protect the fish in the Shubenacadie River. I have a family that goes way back there from fishing for generations, go to that river. The straw bale house had been up on front lines behind the gates in Alton Gas. With the women, they would come out and we would do water songs, full moon ceremony, new moon ceremony. We would do the honor songs, the strong woman songs. Through all of this time, I would just like to say that the teachings that I was taught were very good at healing with a lot of trauma that had gone through my life. The river has done a lot of stuff to help me heal. But those are just like times that we stayed out there. We talked a lot about the treaties when we were sitting out there. We made sure that we understood why we were standing and what we were standing on, which is the 1752 treaties. Okay, the playpen, it was constructed for the people of the area, the protesters, were to be able to watch Alton Gas do their work behind a fenced area. They proceeded to say they were going to make it up with picnic tables and all of this stuff to make it look really nice. Meanwhile, they had put signs on there saying, no drinking, no drugs, no camping, no overnights, no vehicles, no fires. So just by that signs there, you were making us look like we felt that we were just alcoholic, drug addict natives that were sitting with nothing better to do. Where we were not, like I said, we were healing, we were protecting, and we took very much offense to that. I'm a survivor of missing and murdered Indigenous Women's Inquiry, and the vision had just come that we needed our sisters to protect us, to show that there were women here that needed to be protected. So we decided that we're going to go into ceremony and honor our sisters as we ask them to come in and to protect us and to be with us, their spirits. We meant no disrespect. It was all done in honor and respect to our sisters. And being on the front lines, this is what our women will go through. We go through being murdered. We go through being end up disappearing. We feel all of this on the front lines. So it was a very important statement we felt to make. So we did the honor song, the strong woman song, and we went into ceremony. We covered the signs, and then we went back to the straw bale house. We were getting ready to lock down, and because we knew the gate, that they were building the gates around us, and it got real quiet that morning. I was supposed to go home that morning to check on my daughter, and then go into the bathroom, and then come back, and I said, it's quiet out there, girls. Something's going on. And within, I'd say about half hour, an hour, there came a knock on the door to 3 RCMP officers. And so the 3 grandmothers got arrested. We tried to go into ceremony. We had tried to light a sacred fire. We did prayers. We sang the Strong Woman song. We supported each other and decided that we were going to get arrested. We were released that day. Everybody was outside waiting and supporting us. I'd like to say that through this whole ordeal of protecting our treaties of Mi'kmaq, a lot of things have helped our people. We've learned to work together again. We've learned our treaties again. We've learned our ceremonies. We've learned the importance of water. We've learned the importance of Mother Earth. And that's very important. And I'd like to thank all of my sisters. I'd like to thank all of my brothers and sisters that were included in this whole protection of the water. It's been a really healing journey for me, and I'm really grateful for everything that has happened. And I would never take a day back in my life. A lot.
Showed up at he sent his goons, his security goons, to the river to go serve papers to all the water protectors that are down there. We already told that he needs to go back to the government of Canada or wherever he paid for that so-called deed that he's saying that he paid for that land. This is all Mi'kmaq unceded territory, so I don't know what he's talking about and getting talking about the PPA with the Protection of Property Act, because it's not his property. It's all unceded Mi'kmaq territory, and the government of Canada don't have one shred of proof. They never showed us one shred of proof that they own that land, that they own any land here in Mi'kmaq territory. So the government of Canada is just a third-party entity. And that's what we mean when we tell him to go back and get his money back from the government of Canada, because he don't understand where we come from as Mi'kmaq. When we say this is all unceded territory, it's unceded territory. The government of Canada can't say nothing about it because it's all unceded. Yeah, understand that? The reason why we stay on the front lines to protect the lands is because of future generations. This is my grandchild, Nova May, and she's pissed off. Yes, you tell them how you're mad at Alton Gas. Tell them to go home. Yeah, we're sick of Alton Gas. Tell them to go home. Yeah. So that means security that has down there has no right to be there. We want to talk about nation to nation. The Mi'kmaq Nation should be talking to the Crown Nation, not anybody else. Not the RCMP, not, that's for sure. That's just a company, a corporation that doesn't even belong here in unceded Mi'kmaq territory. And that's all I want to say right now. Ladio.
We are all brought here through water, and we are all brought here through that sacred doorway that every woman carries. And that's the connection, the same water that we drink and that new life is being nourished through is in water. There's a story from Josephine Mandamin, how she had made an offering and sang to the water, and the water appeared dead. You know how they have a dead pond? When she was done singing and praying for that water started to move. And it had been stagnant for I don't know how long before she got there, and that water actually responded and moved. Water is sacred because life is brought through and carried in the water. When we do the water walk and we fill the copper water vessel, we have water that came from the French watershed up here by Tatamagouche, and we have water from the Shubenacadie River. We have water from down the desert here, where everybody goes and gets their holy water on Good Friday. We have water also from Standing Rock. We have water from New Zealand. That was the water from the river down there. And they were the first country in the world that I know of that has given rights to the river. We have that water with us too. We join them together. So we're carrying all of the water, even if we start at the ocean where the river meets. It's all connected, always flowing underground. Some places are polluted more, and a lot of places the water's sick. So we pray for that water when we carry it. That's what we're doing. We pray, we show it that we honor it by carrying it, and we talk to it and we sing to it. We sing to the water every time we make a water offering. The water can hear us and feel us, and we can feel the water and hear the water. It's society and humans that are polluting the water. It's making our people sick, and it's making our relatives sick. You can imagine all the species in the water that's being affected. Did you know when we were on the water walk last year, there was a whale that beached itself just north of Maitland? That was an important location to the Mi'kmaq people. And I found that very significant to where the whale had beached himself, almost near where we started the water walk. And every time there's been whales beaching themselves, people are like, I don't know why a whale would beach itself. What kind of message do you think the whale was trying to bring to us? You know, and we've been talking about the Shubenacadie River, the grandmothers, even a year or two ago. We need to work on getting rights for our river, because that Shubenacadie River is mentioned in our treaty of 1752 and 1750 and 1760 and 61, maybe all of them. The reason it's named in that and says that we have a right to build a truck house anywhere along the Shubenacadie River is because that was our main highway, our method of transportation by water. And that's why when we walked, we started at the mouth of the river Shubenacadie in Mi'kmaq here, and we ended at the New Minas Basin. You know, if we have whales that are beaching themselves, and science can't figure out why they would do that, and we say that our chiefs a couple hundred years ago were trying to speak to Cornwallis about infringing in our territories, infringing on nature and natural rights. The whales, they're highly evolved species. You know, people need to start listening. They're not doing that for nothing. They're trying, I think, to speak to us and tell us something has to be done. People are not really understanding how sacred water is, and how people keep taking water and its uses for granted. And you have to say, am I respecting this water? And if you're not, then you need to do something about it. We all have to do something for the water. We all have to respect it. And this water walking and praying for that, that's honoring it. So we say, I respect you, I honor you, and I thank you.
Kwe, ning Dalhousie Gasadamdan Daliulnui. My spirit name is She Loves Her Indian Ways. My name is Doreen Bernard. I'm from Sibaganagadie, Gilnik clan, and Mi'kmaq. And I'm here to talk about the water. And I'm sitting here at the Treaty Truck House on the Shubenacadie River, 1752 treaty. We built this house, this treaty house, to protect the water here on the Shubenacadie River. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the sacredness of water and what water means to us as Mi'kmaq people. In our teachings, water is life. When the women have been given the responsibility to take care of the water, and we were given a gift to bring life forward, to carry life in the womb, surrounded by water. In our traditions, we carry the water, we do ceremony with the water. In the morning, when we get up in the morning, we hold our water. First thing we do is to hold the water up and thank the water. Tell the water, I love you, I thank you, I respect you. Water is life. And the water hears our dreams, hears our thoughts, hears everything. The water is alive. It's a spirit. It can hear us. It can feel us. It knows us. And in the morning when we hold our water up and we offer that tobacco to thank this water, it is our first medicine of the day. When we drink that water, it heals us. Mind, body, spirit, emotions. And it helps us through this day. Most people will go to the water for comfort, to be calm, to grieve. You know, the water hears your pain. Most people will come to the water for when they're happy, to play, to sing. All these things, they go to the water. And the water can heal you. And many people have come here to the Treaty Truck House in times of turmoil, and they have felt the spirit of the water heal them. And it's very important to our people that we protect this water. Not only this river, this beautiful river behind me, but all water. This water is connected to our Shubenacadie River watershed that goes right to our community. The streams that are fed from this river go right to our drinking water. That's how connected we are. And of course, the fish that we get here. This is where we have fished here since time immemorial. The Mi'kmaq have been here for over 13,000 years. You know, this was the major highway that connected all of Mi'kmaq. When we say we are all treaty people, what does that mean? You know, that means that we are living here together, and that this is our land. We share our land with you. You know, and it means that you have a responsibility too, to stand up and protect this water, to protect the water, the land, you know, the people, and you know, right now Mi'kmaq is grieving, you know, the loss of people through police violence. You know, we have women that are Indigenous women from all over the world that are standing up for their water and for their land, and all different parts of the world. You know, those are grandmothers that are standing up to protect what they believe is sacred, and what they believe is their life. They're standing up for their life, and some of them have died. Some of them have been murdered for standing up for their life, for the life of their families, you know, their nations. So we're really trying really hard to address the wrongs that have already been done, but also to make the changes that need to be made so that we can protect our water and our lands together. I want to share my journey as a water walker and as a water keeper. It started with just our drum group, the All Nations drum group, and a few grandmothers. The women would gather every year the same time in May, and each year we had more people join us for this water walk, and it grew every year, and more people were following the Mother Earth water walk. The grassroots grandmothers started walking along the Shubenacadie watershed in 2015. Each year we would walk from Grand Lake to Maitland, Nova Scotia, 72-kilometer journey along the Shubenacadie River. In 2019, we did the Wabanaki Water Walk, which included the Wabanaki Alliance, Mi'kmaq, Wolastoq, Passamaquoddy, and Penobscot Nations. And we walked from the Treaty Truck House in Shubenacadie all the way to Passadumkeag, the Nabizin in Maine. And that walk was pretty epic for us. We met many people along that journey, and we prayed for the water all along the Bay of Fundy, all through Mi'kma'ki, Wolastoq territory, Passamaquoddy territory, and Penobscot. When we came across water that was polluted, stagnant, with no life in it, we prayed for the healing of that water. And when we came across water that was alive and happy water, that was even bubbling and jumping as we walked by, and the many animals and creatures that live in the water and around the water, around the forests, as we walked through these back roads, it was just amazing. What a journey. So much life in that water and all around us that we just take for granted. Our prayer extended to all the water below us, underground, the water on the surface, the earth, the water that came down from the sky as we walked. And we prayed for all those that do not have clean drinking water, for the polluted waters all over the earth, and for those that do not have water from drought, from contamination, and all those that are fighting today for their basic human right to clean water. We prayed for all those who have lost their lives protecting the sacred, protecting their water and their land for their future generations. The water walks are a sacred gift from grandmother Josephine Mandeman and her legacy, as many women continue to carry on this legacy, to pray for the water, to honor the water, to love the water, to respect the water, for all humanity, for all life that depends on clean water to live. Unceded Nogama, all my relations. Walala.